going on, guys? Welcome back. Let's get right into it. Last Thursday's game, we had Kansas City on the road against the Chargers. That was a crazy game. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you go first.
Man. I told you it was gonna be high scoring. First team to 30 got the dub, man. Chargers, man, they went for a fourth down way too many times, man. You chasing points. Get your 3 points. Play some defense. Good win by the Chiefs.
Yeah, so I'll text him earlier in the day, telling him that Project Pat was point shaving, man. He was making me very mad. He was making me very mad, and then he finally handled his business. Got them boys involved. Travis Kelce and Cheetah went over 100. Travis Kelce might have had 150. Game was super crazy. I was proud of them boys getting it into overtime, handling their business. All right, so we gonna get into the Saturday night nonsense, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Patriots.
Let's talk about
Colts,
it,
man.
Come on, man. The boy Jonathan Taylor. Hey, did we even have him in the top 5 running back? Because he's definitely top 2. He's definitely top 2 right now. Top 3. Easily, man. He's leading his team to the playoffs. Carson Wentz only had about 5 completions for 50 yards. Jonathan Taylor, put some respect on that boy's name. Went crazy against Belichick.
He literally
crazy.
He ran for his life. That's what I told him, man. This man was running up and down. I had to turn it off, man. I was so mad because I knew he was gonna come on here talking crazy.
Come on, man.
And he deserved it. But that boy, literally, they just. Here you go, man. Here you go, man. All the dude did, they couldn't stop him for nothing. Like, I was ashamed of Belichick
like
in that moment,
them
man.
Colts is what?
He better than that.
1 game out of first place?
Hey,
they
still behind. But we're going to talk about who is in first place right now on some disappointment. My second disappointing one last week, Titans at the Steelers, man.
Whoa. Now, you need to run it back. What did you say?
So, what happened was...
Steelers has no chance.
What happened was...
Run it back to last week.
What happened was... He used the second half card, right? I'm winning in the first half. It's 13-3. I'm like, oh, it's easy money. Like I told him, dog. You know how we do it. I know he used the second half card, and if you don't know what the second half card is, you can put a second chance or second half card on any game, and your team automatically comes back and wins the game. That's exactly what happened on some nonsense. I'm watching the game like, yo, they ain't even do nothing good in this game. You look at the numbers for Pittsburgh, nothing popped off the sheets. I'm like, yo, this is really crazy right now.
The number that popped off was we scored more points.
Crazy.
13-13. Tennessee boys in trouble.
We had nothing in the second half, man. We literally like, yo.
They told us we had no chance. Are you serious?
Y'all had no chance. So you used the second half.
Who was going to score?
They were scoring. We got on the board. We got on the board.
Name some players.
Well, I mean, BD Westbrook was the only one doing his thing that game. I mean, it was what it was. Outside that,
nobody, man.
It was tough, man.
Julio got hurt.
It was tough. That's what I'm saying. Like it was tough. What you want from me, dog?
To be honest, I expect them to either release Julio this offseason or he's gonna have to reconstruct his deal, man.
He's gonna have to come up off it, man, because he hasn't had a terrible season. All right, man. Let's get into this. Panthers at the Bills. Very much disappointing game for him, I'm sure.
Man, I told you, man. At this point, as being cheering for the Panthers, until they get rid of Matt Rule and this whole college coaching staff, I ain't even really mad. I can't judge the team. I'm not judging Cam. I'm not judging the defense because right now, every game we go into, I'm looking at it as we're down 14 points to start off because we just have no chance of out-coaching another team. Like, we're down 14 points just off coaching. As soon as the game starts, I just know their game plan is better than ours.
Y'all was down like 17-8 going into the second half, and just got out of hand after that.
And then the kicker gets hurt doing warm-ups. Like, we going for it on fourth down when we should be kicking 3 points because the kicker is hurt. It's just a mess, man.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but let's talk about the rookie quarterback debacle that we had going on last week. He talking about, I told you them Jaguars was going to fold. I already knew that was going to happen, man. Go ahead, what you got to say about that one?
So, did y'all see how bad Jacksonville looked? Trevor Lawrence didn't look that great. So, I don't want to hear nothing about Urban Meyer fault again, because y'all definitely didn't improve. Like, you thinking, all right, Urban Meyer's going the way y'all was talking about him, you think he was cancer in the locker room. You're still trash. Y'all blaming Urban Meyer for everything, and you came out there later head against Houston. You're trash. I don't want to hear nothing about Urban Meyer. No more.
I know that's what happened. Urban Meyer wasn't the problem, man. Like, they just tried to make it his fault, and then things got even worse than they already are. That team, I don't know what Jacksonville going to do. They talking about Leftwich going to be the coach. I think that would help out a lot, even though he didn't help out this week down there in Tampa Bay, but that's another story. All right, we're getting into this. Cowboys at Giants. Really nothing there. Cowboys didn't do nothing spectacular. Giants just couldn't get nothing going.
I'm gonna just say, if the Giants do not draft a quarterback next year, come on now.
Was what it was. All right, let's get into this. Cardinals at the Lions. This was the worst game of the week as far as surprise factor. I did not expect this to happen. It was a complete blowout from start to finish.
Just got completely dominated. You can't even say what D-Hop is missing. Like, you don't get dominated like that. I'm talking about defensively. Arizona just got dominated at the line of scrimmage. That D-Hop not gonna help with that.
No.
That's crazy.
All right, let's get into Jets at the Dolphins. This actually was a really competitive game. Going into the halftime, Jets was actually up in this game. So I was expecting that, but got to take your hats off to Waddle, Tua. He did his thing in that one. They got that dub.
My boy Brian Flores, man, he's coaching for his job. He's doing his thing. Done came back, won 6 in a row.
They 7-7 right now. 7-7. That's crazy.
Right there in the playoff hunt, man. He
definitely the hottest team. Like I said, they was the hottest team. Hater. All right. They the hottest team. They 7-7. What you mean? They 6 in a row. What happened to Washington? What happened to Washington?
They ain't get COVID.
Nah. All right. So we get to this.
COVID will cool anybody off.
Bengals at the Broncos, man. Bengals. I was a little disappointed in the Bengals in this one. They really didn't do nothing spectacular in that one either.
Bro, I was very disappointed.
They didn't do nothing spectacular.
The over and under was 45 points. I'm like, yo, this is easy money. Like 45 points. Come on, yo. Patrick Surtain put Jamar Chase on clamps, bro. Clamps. But they still got the dub, man. Teddy Bridgewater got hurt with a nasty bad concussion. Drew Lock came in there, threw one little lucky touchdown pass, but then turned the ball over, and that was pretty much game.
Hey, Tyler Boyd did go off on that one, so I mean, it was what it was. All right, moving into this. Falcons at the 49ers, complete blowout like we both expected. Ain't nothing too much to talk about there. Getting into this very competitive game between the Packers and the Ravens. And I got to take my hat off to them Ravens, man. Backup quarterback, coaching, they were just a little too aggressive, man. A little too aggressive, but I like what I seen out there. That's a team that band together, made that thing competitive, man. Can't get mad at them. Defense for the Ravens, I need a little bit more from y'all, though.
Yeah, that's AFC no football. They ain't going to give up. I mean, as far as the defense for the Ravens, man, they're playing with, like, practice squad corners, bro. Like, they got, like, 4 or 5 corners out. And then you got to remember, they traded away probably, like, their primary backup corners before the season started. So they had the starters get hurt. They traded away the backups. And now they playing with almost like practice squad, including the safeties as well. Yeah, they could have tied that game up with a field goal, decided to go for it, and that was game. It was a bad decision. All right, let's get into this game. Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. What'd you say? Tom Brady gonna come back and get a win, get a victory this week. Watch, I told you, he said that twice. They got swept this season. But hold on, you picked Tampa Bay too.
It don't matter. You made that bold proclamation of nonsense, and I told him it was gonna be a very competitive game because that defense
wasn't competitive either.
Hey, that defense for New Orleans is serious, dog.
But at the end of the day, come on, I mean, who finished the game for Tampa Bay? Like, I
mean, they
Brady.
So all their skill positions went out, right?
Everybody.
You talk about Fournette went down. Godwin went down. Evans went down. All in the same game. So it is what it is. Them boys from New Orleans was hitting, man. Like, what you want? Like, you know what I'm saying? The boys was hitting.
Why Evans had a hamstring, man?
They was hitting. Listen, I'm telling you. On top of that, you gotta see how terrible New Orleans Saints offense is. Like, their offense was so terrible. I'm looking like, yo. All they need is one mistake. That's all Brady needs. One mistake. Get something to Gronk, man. This game, they right back into it. It just never happened.
Hey, like I always like to say in football, if you keep the other team at 0, you about guaranteed to win. That's all they did. Keep them at 0, you about guaranteed to win.
Hey, that was very crazy. Got them throwing Surface Pros around and stuff. It was crazy. All right, let's get into this Monday game. Raiders at the Browns. I'm a little disappointed in the Raiders on this one, man. Even though they got the victory, but they were up the whole game, like, and then just let the Browns come back. I was like, yo, like, what type of time is this? Like, I didn't really expect that. They were up 10-0 at the halftime. Yeah. Come back, made it competitive in the second half.
The Raiders, they played down to their competition. But at the end of the day, at this time of the year, you just need a dub.
Yeah,
and that's what they got. You just need a dub.
That's a fact. All right, moving on to that Monday night late game. Vikings at the Bears.
Oh, my God.
That was also a crazy game, man. Good.
When I say, okay, Urban Meyer's gone. Matt Rule is a college coach. So out of all the NFL coaches, Matt Nagy might be the worst. I mean, the team was so not disciplined at all. Stupid penalties, couldn't control their emotions. And they still should have won the game. Like, Kirk Cousins he didn't throw for 100 yards. Jefferson only had like 3 catches for some change. Like, Dalvin Cook didn't even go crazy. He had like 80, 90 yards. I'm like, how many mistakes are you going to have and cost yourself? Shout out to that Chicago defense because they never.
On top of that, Justin Fields actually played pretty well in that game too, given the circumstance.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. He definitely outplayed Kirk Cousins, but I mean, the bad coaching, man. Like you said, Matt Nagy, his time was probably.
One more quick thing, man. They have to get some new announcers for Monday Night Football. Man, when I say I was really wanting to turn the channel, I'm like, yo, these dudes is terrible. Brian Greasy, man. I don't want to hear nothing from him. Never again.
Never again.
Terrible.
Don't want to talk to him. All right, so let's get into this also competitive game. It was on Tuesday this week. We got Washington at the Eagles.
Yes, sir.
The game was competitive until the second half. Eagles ran away with that thing, but it was 10-10 at halftime. Them boys got the job done. Jalen Hurts, he did be solid.
Come on, Jalen Hurts, man. I told you. Let Philly go ahead and chase after these quarterbacks. You can trade Jalen Hurts to Pittsburgh anytime you want to. I'm going to take him.
Miles Sanders went off too.
Yo, that's another thing. I'm going to have to give credit to Philadelphia coaches. I've been saying this early in the year. Stop trying to throw the ball 50 times. Run the football. You got a top 5 offensive line when you're healthy. Run the football, man. Good dub. They need to. All
right, so last game of the week, we had Seahawks at the Rams, man. This game was a little confusing, man. Like, I watched this game, I was very confused. I caught it after halftime because, of course, like I was watching a little bit of that Washington and the Eagles game, so I caught this one about halftime. At halftime, game was 3-3. I'm looking like, what is going on over here? Matt Stafford, from what I seen on the playbacks, he wasn't making the right reads. He did turn it on second half, got the job done.
Yeah, the first half was JV football. You know, Stafford, for some reason, he's just starting every game. He's just throwing one interception where you're just scratching your head like, bro, what is that? Is that a misread? Like, what is that? Is that miscommunication? It's just a bad interception. And when the second half, they came out. Yeah, did his thing. Cooper Kupp is going crazy. I felt like they double teamed Odell a lot. You know, they didn't want him to go off. He got held to 1 catch. Then Jefferson only had like 3 catches. So they let Cooper Kupp play one-on-one, and he's going to beat you. He's going to eat up that zone working out the slot. Like,
but I'm very disappointed in that offensive line for the Seahawks, man. That
disappointing.
Yeah, man. It looked terrible. Like,
they've been terrible for 6 years.
Terrible. Like, this one was even worse, man. I'm looking like this is a game where y'all actually had a chance. It's a division game, and y'all was at halftime. It's 3-3. Like, y'all have a chance. They completely sold on Russell Wilson's out here running for his life the whole game. He completed, I want to say, maybe like 48% of his throws that game. Like, it was tough, man. He had a bad game, and he has a bad game. You can throw the whole game away.
I mean, that's pretty much his career in Seattle. That's why Wilson is ready to leave, because his whole career he just never had a good offensive line. They ain't spent no first-round picks on linemen. And he's always running for his life. That's why he's ready to go. What up, y'all? What the streets talking about? We got 3 weeks left in the regular season to playoff football. So, I want to know, for each conference, we're going to start off with the NFC. Right now, who's your sleeper team in the NFC? The team you do not want to see in them playoffs. Who's going to make some noise?
Let me see. You go first.
All right. Me, I've been riding them all year. San Francisco 49ers. You do not want to see this football team in the playoffs. They play great defense. They can get after the quarterback. They got great linebacker play in Fred Warner. And they can run the football. And they have a very versatile player in Deebo Samuel. Can't really be guarded. George Kittle, secret weapon, can't be stopped. Brandon Ayuk, I like him. Everything's come down to Jimmy G. Can you make the plays when they need to be made? And do not turn that ball over. You do not want to see San Fran in the playoffs. I don't care who you are. Tampa Bay, definitely not Dallas. Arizona, definitely not. You do not want to see San Fran in the playoffs.
That was a great one. That was a great one, man. NFC, I'm going to have to go with, since you took that one, that was probably the best one. I'm going to have to go with the Vikings, man.
Vikings?
Only Vikings because They so hot and cold, man. You never know which Vikings team you're gonna get, man. And they've been hot, coming on as of late. They did drop a ball a couple weeks ago, but you never know which Vikings team you're gonna get. They played at the level of their competition. If they come out there, pop somebody in the mouth, I would not be surprised. That's a matchup I probably wouldn't want, along with that 49ers matchup. That's a good one.
I thought you was gonna go say maybe Eagles or New Orleans or whatever. Those sleeper teams.
Those sleepers too.
All right, let's go AFC. You know who I got. Them Colts, baby. You do not want to see them. You know who I got. Jonathan Taylor. If Jonathan Taylor pull up in your apartment right there, playoff football, you know you're in trouble. If Jonathan Taylor pop up in your crib and it's a playoff game, you know you got a long game ahead of you, dog. You don't want to see Jonathan Taylor pull up, dog. Nobody want to see that right now. And everybody keeps sleeping on the Colts defense, man. Darius Leonard, he do not get enough recognition. Shout out to the HBCU, go South Carolina State. You don't want to see the Colts, man. I'm telling you, nobody want to see the Colts right now.
All right, man. That's quality.
Including Project Pat. Including Project Pat.
Taylor doing his thing, man. I'm not gonna lie, but another team you don't want to see a lot like the last one is these Cincinnati Bengals, man. You get that Bengals matchup, dog. Like it can go either way. It's a young team, but them boys know how to ball. You can't take that away from them, man. I'm definitely if I draw the Bengals, I'm gonna probably be like, oh man, they might do some things on me. It's gonna be a tough matchup.
That's interesting. Let's see if they even make the playoffs.
They're going to make the playoffs. True.
We're going to see.
Definitely.
All right, let's go with the team. Let's start going with each conference. What teams are overrated or pretenders? And I'm going to start off in the NFC.
No, we just pick one. Go ahead.
Pick one?
Pick one. One team. The hottest thing. We picked the hottest. We picked the lowest.
All right,
about to make the playoffs. About to lay it. Hey, go ahead.
Well, I think we both got the Cardinals for the NFC.
Go ahead.
You got the Cardinals. Like, hey. But, I've never been a huge fan of Kingsbury, their coach, like really pretty much ever. He hasn't done nothing. He didn't do nothing in college football. He ain't really done nothing in the NFL. Yeah, they don't won 10 games, but it's like you won a bunch of meaningless regular season games. When are you going to produce in the playoffs or get some meaningful wins, like a key victory? And I don't really see that happening. They might be one and done.
He was right about that one. That was mine. So since he gave me that, I'm gonna take his. Dallas Cowboys, man. They gonna make these playoffs. They might win one game. It's over after that. That's like I said. Overall, when we had the pretenders conversation, they were always gonna make the playoffs. That's not something that is debatable. Yeah. Now, once they get to the playoffs, they might win one, but they have absolutely no chance of winning the whole thing, man. Nobody expect them to win the whole thing, so we can swap it out. Go ahead.
Yeah. Also, let's go to the AFC, man.
Go ahead, man. You go first. Go ahead.
I already know. Tennessee Titans. They ain't making no noise.
They making no noise.
I don't even know if they gonna make the playoffs. They might lose out.
Playoffs. He tripping.
They might lose out. They got the 49ers. They got like the Dolphins, and then I think they got like Houston or something like that. They might lose out.
That's 2 out of 3. Come on, stop playing with
I don't see him beating the Dolphins.
2 out of 3.
I don't see him beating the Dolphins.
2 out of 3.
Now Houston, nope. Houston might play spoiler. That's a division game. Anything can happen.
I'm trying to hear that one, man.
But if they do make it, they're one and done.
All right, so we're gonna take it up top. These Patriots, man, I'm not buying it, man. They got a first round loss coming easy. They gonna win that division because that division is what it is. It looks like between them and Buffalo, they probably end up winning that division. But after that, I'm not expecting anything from them boys. It's gonna be a first round exit, no problems.
Yeah, I can see that, especially if New England loses to Buffalo. That brings Buffalo back in the picture for the division, and it also brings Miami back in the picture because Miami has New England one more time.
Miami's 7-7 right now, too.
And if New England lose, that's 6 games for them.
That's easy money, bro. But that's what the street's talking about.
What up, y'all? Let's get straight into it. 3 weeks left. These are playoff implication games.
You already know what time it is.
Big one Thursday night. San Fran at Tennessee. I told you who the sleeper team is. San Fran goes on the road. Get the dub. San Fran.
San Fran gonna get that dub, man. But the rest of these weeks, I need it all, Tennessee. You gotta get these next 2. No problem. You gotta get them, bro. You gotta make me look good. I need everything. Go ahead.
All right, let's go. Cleveland at Green Bay. Bad man Aaron Rodgers. I think he's getting the dub, of course.
Easy dub, man. It ain't even nothing to talk about here. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, easy money.
Let's talk about probably maybe the best running back in the league this year. Jonathan Taylor goes on the road. Arizona Saturday night. Come on, man. I got Jonathan Taylor. Who's gonna stop him? Isaiah Simmons?
Hey, I'm hating, and I don't care.
Yep.
I'm going with the Cardinals. I need the Cardinals So hold it down. I need Kyler Murray to get back on the same page with the Christian Kirks, the AJ Greens, and I think D-Hop might not be there. But I need my dogs to band together and get this dub, man. I'm desperate, right? Somebody please stop Jonathan Taylor from running for 170 this week, man. It can't happen. I'm hating on him. I don't care. It is what it is. Cardinals.
Sound like we have a new emotional expert.
Nah. The Colts can't make the playoffs, dog. I don't care. Let's go.
All right, let me stop because the rest of my picks are most emotional.
Exactly. Let's go, man. You know
Baltimore goes on the road to face the Bengals. Hopefully Lamar back because I'm getting emotional. I got Baltimore.
Oh, nah. Now you tripping.
I got Baltimore.
I'm going to go ahead and ride with these Bengals, man. I told you that's a matchup nobody really wants to see. I'm expecting the Bengals come out, get Jamar Chase involved because he got a lockdown last week.
We gonna see. All right, Buffalo at New England. What you got?
No, Buffalo, man. I think Buffalo, I'm not buying this Patriots. You just heard me say what I felt about the Patriots, man. I'm not buying it. I think Buffalo gets this dub, and they both tied at 9-6. And then, they might, I don't know. The Patriots might not even make it.
Hey, I pick Buffalo too.
Hey, they might not make it at the party.
Because I'm trying to see chaos, like you said.
See,
like
man.
New England lose this game. They're both 9-6.
Mm-hmm.
You got Miami right there, one game behind both of them. I'm just trying to see some chaos.
Trying to see what the streets talking about.
So I got Buffalo too. That's
right.
emotional. Let's go. Detroit at Atlanta. They just said Jared Goff just got put on the COVID list. I was thinking about Detroit, but without Jared Goff, I'm going to ride with Atlanta. But Jared Goff, if he's able to play, I might switch to Detroit, but I got Atlanta since he's on the COVID list.
I actually was thinking about Detroit too, man. I'm about 5 games out of first place for the money. And I was thinking about Detroit, but that Jared Goff situation, I can't rock with that. So I'm going to go ahead and stay with the Falcons.
This is a tricky game.
Very
Jacksonville at the Jets. Right
Tricky.
before we started this segment, it's I think 15 or 20 players from the Jets just got put on the COVID list. But I'm going to still ride with the Jets because Jacksonville just seemed focused on Urban Meyer still, even though he's gone. So I got the Jets.
I'm also riding with the Jets on this one, man. Even despite the COVID list, COVID kind of been making its creep back into the NFL. But I'm not buying it. Jets should get that W at home.
Chargers in Houston. This might be a little sneaky game, but I got the Chargers.
Got Chargers too. I'm not riding with Houston.
Rams at Minnesota. This game right here, everything tells me to pick Minnesota. I mean, I got the Rams because they're a better team. They should win. But this is just a classic. Rams lose games they shouldn't. And Vikings win games they shouldn't. But I'm going to go with the Rams, but don't bet on it.
Hey, yeah, I'm riding with the Rams too. Like I said, this should be a very close game. I expect maybe high 20s, early 30s. It should be a crazy game.
Yeah, let's go Giants and the Eagles. I told you, man, Eagles, I love Jalen Hurts. I got the Eagles, man. Giants is playing with a high school quarterback.
Yeah, this is crazy, but the Eagles are surprisingly 7-7 right now. They done squeaked out 500 out of nowhere, but I'm riding with the Eagles on this one. Should get that done.
Got Tom Brady coming to the city this weekend.
Hey,
you know what you got.
Ain't nothing to see, man. You know what's up with that. Tampa Bay easy. Layup. They didn't score no points last week. They're going to be very angry.
Yeah, they're going to be angry.
They're going to be very angry.
I don't want to talk about it. Chicago at Seattle.
Hey, what was your pick? You try to bypass the pick? What's your pick? Yeah, they trying to pull a fast one. Who you picking, dog?
Man, I mean, I think if you want to bet.
No, who are you picking? What does she say? Let me see. What does she say, man? Yo, he got the Buccaneers, guys. He got the Buccaneers, guys. Next game. Next. Let's go, man.
It depends on the health.
Next. Let's go.
Let's go Chicago and Seattle. I want to pick Justin Fields, man, but I'm going to just go with Seattle because they're at home. I Seattle, man.
Yeah, man. That defense for the Bears is real, man. I'm not going to lie, but it's just that coaching is terrible. So you ain't I'm going to have to ride with Seattle at home on that one, man.
I might change that later. Denver and the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders, man. It looks like Drew Lock is going to start. I don't see him getting no dubs on the road. Division game. I got the Raiders.
I got the Raiders too in this one, man. I need my boys to make that playoffs like we talked about. So 7-7, I like my chances.
Pittsburgh goes on the road to KC. Right now, as we speak, Tyreek Hill's
on the COVID. We about to get emotional.
Kelsey.
We about to get emotional. We about to get emotional, guys.
If them two are not playing, we're about to get this.
Hey, pain and tears. Who you got? We got
Pittsburgh. Come on now.
Oh my God, man, this dude tripping, man.
Pittsburgh.
He got the one last week on some craziness. He got that one. Now he going too far, man. He really wanted them to make the playoffs.
So last week you said we have no chance.
Nah, you want me to say that so y'all can have a chance. I'm not doing that 2 weeks in a row. Nah, you're trying to catch me slipping. Nah, I'm not doing that. Every time I say somebody has no chance, they lose the game. But I'm not riding with Pittsburgh, Kansas City on that one. Let's go.
Pittsburgh has no chance, right?
I ain't said nothing. Let's go, man.
Let's go. Washington goes to Dallas. That's a Sunday night game. Washington needs their quarterback back. If he does come back, they have a chance. But if not, no chance. I got Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys too, man. I'm not expecting much from that. But it's probably going to be a competitive game just because it's a conference game. But I'm not expecting too much.
This is a tricky game.
Tricky.
Dolphins at the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints. I do know whatever the over and under is, I'm going under for the points. Like if it's anything with a 40, 41, 42, let's go under.
Yeah, I'm expecting a very defensive oriented game. Just gonna be hard to score. Points gonna be hard to come by. And Taysom Hill is, fullback playing running back. What you say?
He's his version of Tim Tebow. He's a fullback.
It's pretty bad, but I'm going with the Saints still. It should be a pretty interesting game. The Monday nights, like I said, be competitive for some reason or another. So we'll see. That's all for this week, guys. We out.
Yeah.